Hello and welcome to the video. This is a very quick video on something that's just come out today from HDZero. Now, for those of you that have been watching the channel for a long time, you'll know the technology that HDZero make has been something that I've been playing with for probably 4 odd years now. Mainly through the technology that Fatshark was developing in tandem with them. I was one of the people that got one of the original development kits. This was the receiver. Yes, this is a receiver. It's actually a screen that has 4 antennas on it. It had a HDMI port on it, an SD card. This was what we all used originally to kind of test the system to help get rid of all the bugs. The firmware got better and better and better over time, and eventually this stuff that was called Bitefrost was released as SharkBite. Now this is the receiver for SharkBite. This is kind of just fits on the front of your goggles. For those of you that have been following this technology, none of this is going to be news to you. But I really love the idea that for those of us that had invested lots of money into an analog FPV setup, there was a module, essentially, it didn't go in the base sadly, but it would go on the front of your goggles and give you access to HD flying. Now, quite a few years have gone past since that, and the HD technology, the conversations from Fatshark about the HD technology from HDZero kind of went really quiet, and I think we now know why that is. However, HDZero have not stopped developing the product, and HDZero have just brought this new Whoop board out today. Now, this was something again that I heard probably 3 odd years ago. It was always on the roadmap, and it's great to see stuff coming out. This is a super small, lightweight, single PCB with a little small camera that's perfect for kind of the 1S Whoop style models. And this is one of the things I like about the HDZero stuff. They have lots of different VTXs, all designed for different models. So it's not just about one size having to fit all. They're actually bringing out different VTXs for different model types and sizes. So I need to say a very big thank you to the team at HDZero for sending this to me for me to have a play with. Sadly, the camera that has come with this kind of evaluation unit has given me problems, and that doesn't seem to be the general situation. I think I was just unlucky. It's a reviewer's curse. So in terms of showing you how the product performs, I'm really going to struggle with that today. But I did want to talk about this and kind of show you it and let you know that there's probably going to be other reviewers out on YouTube today giving you the full footage and showing you what this thing is like flying around on a Whoop. So what's new with the new VTX unit? Well, it's a lightweight board that can fit inside a Whoop easily and give you access to HD flying. It supports 1 to 3S LiPos with ports for MSP DisplayPort as well as a small audio pin so you can control the channel band and power controls. There are a number of pros of this system over something like the DJI HD stuff. It has a fixed low latency, so with the HDZero goggles you're going to get about 4 milliseconds glass to glass latency. That's kind of analog territory. There's also much better motion clarity. The image isn't related to motion. The DJI and walk snail technology uses interframe compression, and that is highly related to the amount of motion that you have in the screen. You can get longer ranges with the HDZero stuff using the higher powers and right antennas. You can get 30 plus kilometers, while DJI is limited. Estimates vary, but about 13.3 kilometers is about the longest people are getting. And it also, in addition to all these things, has integration with some other exciting projects in the hobby too, like the ELRS backpack stuff. Now, what the ELRS backpack stuff is the Express LRS radio system, the vendor-independent radio system that's gaining a lot of interest at the moment. I have quite a bit of it here. Some of the transmitters, the modules that go in the back of the radio, actually have 2 transmitters, not just one. So there's the one that we're using to talk to the model, and the second one is there to talk to a second ELRS receiver, and you can use that as a backpack in things like your goggle module or other places to control things in that module too. So it's kind of like the TBS cloud idea, but kind of scaled down so that you can have control of lots of different parts of the VTX FPV system via the ELRS system as well. Cool thing is HDZero have already added support for that in their firmware, which is brilliant to see. There's only a couple of cons when you compare it to something like the DJI system, which has pretty much become the default standard for in the hobby. DJI has better penetration in bando environments, and that's due to the two-way communication between the goggles and the video transmitter. They kind of talk to each other and they can kind of manage that environment. And also there is better image quality in the DJI system when the signal noise is high. For me, the big differences with HDZero is that fixed lower latency, which if you are a speed freak is going to be of interest to you. The other systems, things like the walk snail and the DJI system, they will mess around with the latency to try and preserve the link as the distance increases. With HDZero, it doesn't do that. So it's more aimed at, I guess, kind of the racing crowd and those who really fly quickly and who can't afford to have any additional latency. The other thing as well is that idea of having modularity and in preserving the investment in kit that you already have. I love that idea. I didn't want to get the DJI HD goggles and I use them all the time now. I'm glad that I did. They're a great system, but it meant investing in a complete new set of goggles and everything else rather than adding onto the stuff that I'd already bought. With the goggles and the other stuff that's due out from HDZero, it's clear that there is a strong roadmap for this technology for the next 6 to 12 months, and I'm excited to see what that looks like. Competition drives down the price and also increases the innovation, and I think DJI has been stagnant for too long, so I'm really excited that HDZero are still in the game and we have people like Fat Shark coming into it too. It just means that we'll have more choice as pilots and we'll get better value for money. I think it would be easy to discount HDZero in that environment. We have the DJI system, the HD system, which has pretty much become the default standard. And then we also have things like the new Fat Shark system, which I think is based on that walk snail technology that will be coming out very soon as well. That Fat Shark system in particular, I think is going to have a lot of marketing effort behind it. And Red Cat, as well as owning people like Fat Shark, also own people like Rotor Riot and have already demonstrated how willing they are to use one of their other businesses to promote another one. So I'm sure that's not the last bit of marketing we're going to see about the Fat Shark stuff. But I'm going to keep an eye on the HDZero stuff because I know it very well and it's something that I hope will continue for the foreseeable future. The fact that they are thinking and coming at the HD system in a slightly different way to some of the other systems is something that I think we should support, applaud, and keep an eye on. Thank you for spending your time today watching that video. You can find me in all the usual places on social media, and if you're trying to learn about a subject, then check out the playlist. All of my videos are organized into easy to follow playlists that if you're trying to learn a topic will take you from the basics right the way through to some pretty advanced stuff.